Hey guys, so this is the next page in our Gravity Falls book tutorial. So this is the page that I left out before because when I was, well, I just couldn't, didn't have the motivation to be able to do this page because it was just a very tough page. Not because of the drawings on it, it's because it's the machine page, like the mechanism page I call it, mech page. It's basically the page that Grunkle Stan in the series gets the 3 books and kind of puts together to make the portal work. So obviously there's a lot of bits on this as well, plus there's a little bit of writing, as well as a lot of red and black ink as well. So I am going to be doing this whole thing in pencil, first of all, just like the original way I did it when I first did this page, just because it will make your life 10 times easier. You can then go over it with the colour pens like I do, and then let it dry for at least a couple of days and then rub it out, because I know what I'd be like if I smudged it. I would be devastated. So sorry, I have my apple tea next to me. I need a drink while I'm doing it. Right, so I have also printed out the pages. So what I'm going to do is that first of all, it's not the page I want, is it? I have obviously printed out a copy of what the page looks like. That's what I want. I've already spent the time today making sure I know exactly what the page says. I do say this in all my videos. My book, Gravity Falls tutorial, is as close as I can get it, but it will not be 100%. The only person that could ever make a 100% book would be the gentleman that made the series. I cannot remember his name for the save the life of me right now. Hopefully it will come to me, but yes, and that's me being honest. So right, so for starters, the mechanism page goes across both these pages. So where normally I kind of work on one page, partly I am going to be working on both pages at the same time. So mainly because you've got a kind of circle that goes up the top here, which has stuff in it, stuff around it, etc. And obviously on this page here, down at the bottom, you've got like a bit of a triangle. That's where obviously the triangle makes a triangle when you kind of put it together. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do the triangle part. What I'm doing is I'm obviously looking where just making the line for the middle of the book defined enough. So personally, I think this bit is quite a big one. So I'm on the right hand page at the moment. And what I am doing, and like if you work in pencil as well, if you make a mistake, it's not a big deal. It said you can rub it out. So see, I don't know. See, I like to look at it. I like to do it and then kind of look at it, and that way if I don't feel it looks right, I can rub part of it out and then I'm happy with it. So so the triangle has like another triangle around it. And I'm going to turn my phone on silent actually because my ringtone. Right, yep. So there's that. So this bit is pretty much really simple. And then what you need to do is you need to draw kind of like a bit of like as if you're drawing a circle on this bit, and then just draw another line round it, just to kind of make it stand out, because that one's going to be coloured in red, I believe, but it gives it red or black, one of the two, but it gives it the actual look. Right, so this is where this the rest of it that kind of doesn't baffle me, but you kind of do have to look at really carefully. So what I think I'm going to do first of all is there's a little line here that joins the big circle up, and I think that will help set like the whole blipping thing, if you know what I mean. So that has to be a little way away from that. So I'm going to go for about there. Because most of the circle, I have to admit, is actually on the left side of the page. There's like only a small portion, like a quarter of the circle that is on this page. So for starters then, I'm going to Draw really lightly. And I am going to have to move the book in this one because obviously it's a lot of circles, and I will make sure, hopefully, that you can actually see 100% what I'm doing. Right. Right, so I'm quite happy with that placement actually. Now, it's really annoying because it's actually like about, this circle is a bit like 4 lines wide, so you need to draw another thin line. It's not that thick, it's just kind of like a border line next to that one. Then you need to draw a thicker line because that's where like the symbols are going to be. So if I start here, see, this is where then you get to work out if you've made the circle too big or small. So I've made this too big over this side because I've got to fit a line in. There we go. That sorted that. So yeah, then you need to make another like so. Then you got to do another line, I believe. Let me just double check this. So that's why I've drawn this here, because this, so you need to draw a line going down like this here. So my nail varnish is really like, it's like that rose gold shiny stuff, so it is really sparkly today, even though it's like coming off in some bits, but it's really sparkly. So yeah, and then this joins up to here, as you can see. Now on this one, I should actually do some lines, but to be honest with you, I'm going to go over it, aren't I? So, and then this one goes to here like so, and then we need to do another line go all the way around here, and I'm going to move the book when I do this, so I've got a better angle with my hands. And again, this line here is like kind of like a border. It's a thin line, it's not really like that thick. Right, I think that's perfect. I'm quite happy with that actually. See, the only thing I'm not sure on is if this is too far over that side. Then I don't think it is because it goes like that, but I've got to fit. Right, I think that's fine. Right, I'm just going to move, this is my, like, just my decision quickly. I'm just going to move this over a tiny bit to the left because I want a bit more space in the right hand corner. So, like, again, all you have to do is literally like you saw me do on the other one. So just shorten the stride a little bit. And I literally only want it a little bit shorter because otherwise it will make the rest of the circle, I'll have to do the whole circle again. See, it just looks a bit bowed now, I think. Does that look right? I'm trying to look in the camera as well because the camera's the best option to look in. Right, yeah, that looks fine to me. Right, so I'm quite happy with that. Oh, it was warm and it hit my teeth. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start, I think, this side. Because it's a little side. I'll move it this way so you can see this side. So this is obviously above the triangle, right hand page, top right corner. So this is a bit, I'm going to start with. Obviously, sometimes it is easier to, I lean my ruler against the page. That way I know it's straight, because this. And there are essences in this where like it goes through things. So like this one in particular, I'm going to work on both this side and this side for a minute, because this has got to be the same. So it's just the case of draw. It's basically, this page is a lot of ruler work, a lot of boxes, and it's also like once I've done this, it'll be the going over in like the red and the black pen. Obviously, it's a lot of making sure you've got a lot of things right. But I am, now I've done that, going to just alter this a little bit. That is meant to be locked off. But as I've said before, like, don't feel like bad if you have to rub out things. I rub out things all the time. Like, it's just a part of doing like any sort of art project. So, right. Now, for starters, there is a long kind of little rectangle, a little square, and then 2 more little squares in this box there. And then here, there is just 1 square. And it's a case of working out, obviously, where's the best line to start from, because obviously I want to get this as correct as possible. The other thing I'm going to actually do quickly is I'm going to get this, put it there for you so you can see it. I'm going to put the lines in here, because a lot of times you can look at these and you kind of go, oh right, so it's near that line, blah blah blah. So how many lines? I've got 1, what, before this one. So there's 1 there. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And the next line's kind of like there, there. Right, so that's just my lines. I'm saying I just did that for a guideline. It does kind of help, because like it sounds silly, but you go, oh well, that line starts from near that line. So yes, it does help. There's method in the madness. Right, so this one, goes up like this. And goes along like, I feel like that needs to go closer to there. Right, what I'm actually going to do as well is, just give me 2 minutes, because I left the telly on in my bedroom and I want to turn it off. So I'll leave that like that so you can see that bit for 2 secs. Right, so I just wanted to do that, so I'm back now. So, oh, excuse me. Right. I think I started on one of like the hardest bits as well. It looks generally as like the hardest bit. Right, so in here you've got 1 small circle, 1 small square, like so. And then you've like a big square. It kind of like almost touches the sides but doesn't. And then you've got like a very thin rectangle and small rectangle. And then through that will be like a little square like so. So that is that little middle box there. Right, and obviously that line kind of continues, but I need to make space. So, and it goes to about there, and it goes up to that line, down like that, like that, like that. See, I think that's a bit big, wide. So about there. And then this comes in a little bit because this is like where the little X marks the spot is. And then that goes like that. It's literally like following a little maze. See, I feel like that needs to be, but no, I need to get that in there. Right. So I mumbled to myself as well. It's like, have I done this right? So that goes down to about there. Goes down to about there. See, no, I'm not happy with it. So, as I said, this is why like this page is like cruel. It's like it's so easy to, I find, to make a single issue. So I'm just literally gonna redo this really quickly. So, but I'm gonna take out, make it a little bit smaller, pretty much, because otherwise I don't think it's gonna fit properly. So as you can see, I'm literally just doing this quickly because I just want to like so. Right, that makes it better because then I can start here and go up from here to make that indent, which goes there, and then I need to go out a tiny bit, and then, oh, actually a little bit more than that, a little bit there, and then down a bit. If you don't know already, that is generally my clock. The other one will probably go off in a minute. Yeah, we have two because one is never enough. It goes along there like that. That goes to about there. Then I need to bring that in. Then I need to bring that down. I need to bring that across and down. Right, and then I need to bring that down. We need to make the box is, I need to make that a bit bigger. So I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the little X in there, just so it's also kind of like a visual aid for you guys. I'm going to do a better X than that when I actually do it. But right, so we're going to just do this little bit here. So you've got like a kind of, so I'm going to just jig this up a little bit. So it's kind of got like this kind of a big square and then a smaller square next to that one. There. And then above that, in this gap here, you've got kind of like a small square. Then over here, right, you've got, I'm going to do these at the same time, you've got 2 squares, and then another square next to that square, like so. Then we've got like a rectangle which goes in there. And then I've got another square that goes in this part here. And then up here, I've got a rectangle next to like a smaller square. Like that. And then I've got a really small square there. And then you've got like another kind of square there. Then I've got square there. Then I've got a square there. A square. And I will go, obviously when I do this, it will be with, obviously I said ruler the whole time. But I'm just doing it. And then you've got like another kind of square there. See what I mean? It's just like loads of squares. But yeah, so they've just done that bit of squares. Right, then this bit I've got the line doesn't go past that bit. But it goes like that. And then it goes to about there. And then there's a line that goes there. And then that kind of goes there, goes there, goes to about there, I'd say. And then that one goes off the page. Then that goes to about there. So, I'm going to finish doing these lines first of all because I feel like I'm on a roll. So this line goes to about there. Right, and then there's a line along here that goes like that, like that, like that. Then this line goes like that to there. Obviously shut that line off. Goes to there, to there, to there. So, oh my god, I'm getting there. I feel special. Right, so I always feel special. Right, so in this one over here, what you've got is you've got one square, and then you've got two little rectangles kind of down here, and then you've got another square literally there. So, sugar, let me do that. Right, so that's that bit, and then in here you've got two like a biggish square and like what I call like a thin kind of rectangle. So you've got that there. So, and then in this one, you've got kind of like a long rectangle. Then you've got square, like a big, like a fat one. Right, and then we've got a long, like the opposite way, vertical I think is, going downwards like that. My feet are gradually going to sleep, so I'm going to put them down, so I always sit on my feet. Then you've got two kind of squares that go there. Then you've got a rectangle again going downwards there, and you've got like another one but it's smaller going down there. You've got a little square that goes down there, and you've got a rectangle that goes across there. You've got two squares that go across there, and then you've got like two tiny little squares that live in this little corner over here. And my foot really's gone to sleep, and that's why my voice sounds funny, because it kind of hurts. Right, so that's pretty, we're getting close, so we're getting good. Right, so then you've got this little bit here to do. So you've got a little square, and then kind of like a rectangle, a bigger one, and then a square. I said I will do them properly. Sit on my other foot instead of that foot. So that's pretty much most of this corner done. So the only other thing we've got to do is you need to draw a little circle about here, because it's got that kind of stamp, but it's a smaller circle. It's like normally, if you've seen these videos, I use my sharpener, but it's a smaller one. I've done it too far over. Obviously do an outline in that circle, and then it's like it's like an M but with one too many bits like that. And then you need to do a line with two lines, a line with two lines, two dots, and a dot. So other than that, we need to do some little circles which are on this page here. So you've got 4 going that way, and then you've got 1, 2, 3 going down. And then you've just got this little bit of writing. It's like the backwards E, kind of like a weird W with like an L attached. Backwards E and a triangle. Then it's almost like that weird M that you've just drawn in that thing. A dot, and kind of like a sad U with extra lineage. So that is pretty much that side nearly done, which is awesome. I do think I actually did like the worst page first of all. Like there's some time consuming stuff on the left page, but still. So This bit here. Right, so here, straight away, there is like this big square here. Like so. Excuse me. Right. So what I'm going to do is make sure you can see. I'm going to start about here, because this line goes across both pages, like so. Can you see that it goes across both pages? There's like a tiny bit there. So just because I need that guideline, and then got a square inside. And another square. And you just do a line about there. So what I'm going to do, right, so then this line goes across both pages as well. Goes just past the other one. To about there, I believe. And then you've got another line there, which goes across there. And inside here, this box, you've got kind of like I said, a long line. Then you've got like a rectangle. And then we've got like a square. And then yeah, that was wonky. Right. Also, I haven't done them here yet. What you need to do is do a big kind of, a fat kind of square. And then like a thinner one next to that one. You've got one there, little one. Then you've got like 4 pretty much the same size. So you might as well do them at the same time. Like so. So you've got that bit there. Then we're just doing this bit down here. And again, you've got 4 in a line, and they're all on the same kind of like bit, but they're slightly different. Like it goes small, big, like so. My nose is itching, which is doing my head in. Oh, it's alright. So then, obviously, just follow that along the bottom. Like so. So this page is pretty much done, obviously, bar a few little bits. So we're doing quite well. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to do these. So this looks like, I'm just going to be frank, it looks like a 3D cookie. This reminds me of a hen footprint. I have no idea what this reminds me of. This is, I don't know, it reminds me of like UFOs, but hey ho. And it's got a little dot there. It goes like that. This is like a Z with a dot at the front. And then you've got an L. A Z, and then like kind of like a backwards long L. Oh, it kind of reminds me of a Tetris block. So you've got that there. So they're the ones you've got around there. And then, so move this. So you've got these ones to do. So this is pretty much 3 lines in a row, getting shorter going to the top. This reminds me just of like a 90-degree angle, or a nose and an eye, but that's just me. And you've got like a C with 2 circles, like a start of a H. You've got 2 of those, like a U and a C. Oh, ouch! Scratched myself. So like, yeah, you've got like bit there. Again, you've got 3 lines, but they're pretty much the same size. And then this one is 2 diagonal lines, with the top one being the smallest, a little dot, and then a kind of like that 90-degree angle again. And then this one here is just an X marks the spot pretty much. So, and obviously I've done it like that in kind of the 3D form because I know I've got to go all over this, and they're either going to be coloured in black or red, and there's a lot of different colours on this page, so I don't want to colour something in dark and then I've got to get red over it because you're not going to see it. So that's pretty much that page done, bar this top bit. So I'm going to start on this bit. Yeah, I'm just being a tit to be fair. So, first of all, I need to move that closer. Right, so first of all, we're going to do the rest of this line here. So basically, make sure you can see again. Basically, what you need to do is just go up. That needs to be shortened down. Go up there. And we go across like this. So I'm trying to make the movement with my hand. Move it up. So then you need to go up like this. And then we're going to get just one whole line and go down there. One whole line and just go down there. And there's that. So inside here, literally the only other thing you've got is pretty much 3 circles again, and they get slightly, ever so slightly smaller, descending, so going downwards like so. Kind of reminds me of a little snowman kind of thing there. So that is pretty much that bit done, which is awesome again. So the only other thing we've really got to do in this part is we'll do this. So it's quite close to the border of the book. So it's like 2 squares. And that one's slightly, the left one's slightly bigger than the right one. Then you've got like a rectangle, and next to that like a small square. Then you've got two squares. So that's that bit there done. Oh, just take a little bit of my drink. Oh. Right. Trying to think what's best. Right. I have no idea. That looks like bark. Sorry, I just found bark on the floor. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is, this bit's quite easy. You just go down like this. Another line. And we're going across, down, down, across, up. That's pretty much that, and there's nothing inside that one, as you can see there. It's pretty good. So the next bit we need to do is, I think the best bit to do is, right, so there is a box here that has like a coded text in, so we're going to do said box first. So yeah, it needs to be in line with that. Honestly, it's quite a big box, so that's why I was making sure that I'd done this correctly so that it all kind of went together. And then that box has an outline like everything else on this page, so it's just a thin outline. So we're just going to do that real quick. Like so, just that a little edge off. So that is that box. I'm going to do that in a moment. I'm just going to finish off the rest of these little bits first. So pull the page down quickly. So you need to go right to the top here and start almost where you've ended this bit here. Just literally a millimetre or a couple of millimetres. You're just going to bring a line down to about there. Just about there. That's really should be where that should go to, shouldn't it? Where's my bubble? Right, so yep. So you've got this one that comes down here. Then what we've got is you've got a line that goes there and there, like so. Then you've got a couple, like four, sorry. You've got one kind of big-ish kind of square. Then you've got two thin rectangles. And then like a big-ish square again. Which goes there. Getting excited because it's so close, like I can see it now. I always find it the hardest when you first start, because you know it's going to take ages, but you don't feel like you can do it. Sounds silly, but right. And then that goes there, and then this line goes up before that one. That line comes down. This always reminds me of a weird mouth, because you do a line that goes to, oh, if I do it right, First of all, I should continue doing this bit, shouldn't I? Right, so first of all, that goes out and then comes down like so. Then you need to do like an inside line. Like that. Excuse me. And then this is where like the weird smile comes in. You kind of do a line there and then a line across. It kind of looks like a vertical smile. If you're older, you'll probably understand that. And then this bit here. So in between these two lines, you have a long rectangle. Then you've got two short ones and a thicker one. Which go across like so. So along the bottom corner here, what we're going to do is you're going to do 0, 1, and this is quite small, so 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. So that goes in the corner there. So that is 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. A bit of binary. Binary or binary? Binary, that's the one. Said that wrong. Sound like a muppet. So then, to the side here, what I'm actually going to do is rub this line out quickly, because I want to make that thinner. Like so, which is absolutely fine. Right, so now we've just got a few squares and a 3 to do along here, this bit here. So what you've got is you've got, and this is how I do it, but it's just the easiest way for me. So you've got a thin one, a thin one, a thin one, a thicker one, a thicker one, that one. Sounds so strange, doesn't it? I think I should have started from the top, the very top actually. So we're going to start closer to the top actually, because that's where it is on their page. So thin one, thin one, thin one, thicker one, same size as the last one, and then a bit of a fatter one. And then all you need to do is just, obviously, just do this. And then just join these ends up. So I'm just going to scribble out the ones that I've done on the bit of paper so I don't bugger it up. So then we've got a thinnish one, a medium sized one, and then a really big one. So let's do that more quickly. Like so. Then you've got the letter 3, like so. Then you've got a thicker one. And then you've got 1, you've got that goes to there, which is good. So, I'm trying to work out what's the best thing to do. I'm trying to work out what's the best thing to do. Right, so the next thing I need to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I need 14 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going wonky because I don't know why, because I'm an idiot. Always, when it's stuff like this, I always draw lines. I'm going to do it this way as well, and then you can see as well. I always kind of do lines. It'll just make your life a hell of a lot easier. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Too many lines. So I can make it bigger. See, that's the other thing. It's like you can do it and make it easier for yourself. Like now I've done this, I know I can make the lines bigger, so I can make the writing slightly bigger inside. I was running out. Right, so now I know that I can make these lines bigger. So we'll make them about that big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to go fine. Excuse me. Right, so I'm going to just rub that little line out of the way. And now what I'm going to do is I am perfectly fine with doing this straight off the bat in pen. This bit inside here. I believe it's black pen. I'm just trying to check. Yes it is, which is good. So I'm going to do this bit inside here. I said I'm perfectly happy with doing this straight out in pen. If you're not happy with doing it straight out in pen, you can do it in pencil and then go over in pen, just in case you make a mistake. So I'm starting from the top line. There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, hiccuped. 14 lines. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14 lines I've got. So here we go. Like, you've got the square, you've got the donut because it's like a square with like a hole in it. Then it's the Y, and then it's a triangle. You've got the umbrella. This literally is how I work them out. W, C. You've got the donut. You've got an E. You've got a triangle with the line down it. Got that. You've got a Y. Triangle. And a diamond. Like 2 little squares connected. And you've got a W. Like a weird line. The umbrella. Triangle with a line. another upside down triangle, donut, triangle, two lines, two squares with a line, an eye with two things, two of those. Then you've got W, umbrella, upside down triangle, diamond, E, you've got that weird symbol with two dots, backwards E, donut, upside down triangle, an I, backwards E, just crossing out so I know exactly what line I'm on because I don't want to make a mistake. So then you've got the donut again, W, got that, triangle, can't see that properly on that page. Oh, you're playing unlock. Oh, it's that, right. Literally see that looking at the page. That's also like a reference for the colours, because I said so many blooming different colours on this. I don't want to like, it's all well and good doing it right, but if you get like the colours wrong as well, then that's when it kind of sucks. So. Go. Right, and this one starts a little bit in. It's the eye with the dots. W. That is what I call like a backwards N. Always have to look at it when I'm doing it, because obviously you just instantly think about obviously doing an N the right way. That's like a really weird Y, but it's quite big as well. And there's like a little space, and then there's like a backwards E, little space, diamond, upside down triangle, eye with dots. Right, diamond. The diamond. Like backwards threes. getting there gradually. Right, so this one's got 3 little points like that. Upside down triangle. Backwards N. Donut. Backwards E. Diamond. Diamond. Right, then this one is like that. It's not joining. Then, alright, so that one's that one. Then the Y, upside down triangle, the 3 joining link, the diamond, that one, like an M, upside down diamond, backwards N, that, and then it's got a little dot. Excuse me. Like 4 or 5 more lines to go. Oh my god. Right. So this episode is going to be quite long, and it's literally just because it's this page. I did say obviously this is why I didn't do it when I wasn't well. I'm still not like 100%, which is really freaking annoying. I just want it just to go away 100%, but yeah, it's like no, and like holding on, which is a pain in the butt. But nothing I can really do about it. So yeah, that's why I left this page as long as I did, and did the other pages for you guys, because I didn't want to miss a day and not do the pages. But I also knew I wasn't well enough to sit there and concentrate for this long doing this kind of page, because I remember when I did this page, first of all, it took me so long to do, because yeah, it was just so much work. Like, first of all, when I made the book, I was like, started making the book as like an idea as well. I was like, oh yeah, that'll be fun. And like, yeah, it was really fun. I enjoyed doing it in the sense of, I love the series. I loved the fact that I was going to go to Comic-Con, and I was going to, like, if there was anyone dressed up as Mabel and Dipper, mine and my ex-boyfriend's costume was going to be like the best, because I'd gone fully out there and put the effort into making this whole book. Hiccup. So yeah, like, it was like a labour of love, but it was also like it did a little bit turn into a chore, because whilst I love the series, like I really do enjoy the series so much, I didn't want it to end. I was also coming home like every day after work and kind of doing at least 2 pages, and it was like consuming so much of my time. But obviously I was so happy with like the finished product. That's why I put it up on YouTube, because I wanted to see what people thought, and I didn't think it would get as much reaction as what it did, to be quite honest. I just got for like maybe like a couple of people who'd like seen the series would be like, oh, that's kind of cool, like, oh, you did like an okay job. And to get like the response kind of that I got was a bit kind of overwhelming, but I'm happy obviously I did. But then that's why obviously I'm doing this, guys, for you guys now, so you guys can make your own book as well, because I think it would be awesome if like we all had like these awesome books. So gradually getting And like my fat cat is eating, I can hear it munching. Because she's a fat little biatch. I fed her. Right, so you've got that one with a line, that one with the line. Right, oh, my hand kind of aches. Right, so that bit's done. So I'm going to, obviously I know I've got this bit up here to do, but what I'm going to do, I'm just going to look at some of the colours. So, first of all, what I'm going to do is, right, I want my black felt marker. And I'm literally doing this line here. There's my... So that is like a thick black, that's why I've done it with like a black felt tip pen, sorry, it's not a permanent marker. Please don't be using permanent markers. Right, so the next bit I'm actually going to do, so I'm going to use my normal felt pen, that's what I write with for the fine line stuff, and I'm going to go over these couple of lines. As I've always said, make sure you use a ruler for this bit because this is like the finalised bit. And also make sure you're pushing down on your ruler properly because I have done it, obviously not on this book, but with other projects where you kind of don't push and you go like that and it kind of goes, and then the pen goes everywhere. So, and then you cry slightly to yourself. So yes. Try and make sure the lines match up as well when you're doing this, so make sure your ruler's in the correct place. And there's some bits like the circle, unfortunately you are going to have to trust yourself. So be careful where you lean, because if you lean too hard, lean too long on something you've literally just done, the oils in your hand will make it smudge. That's what makes it smudge, kind of in the long run. Kind of like the oils in your hands. So I'll keep the page up. do these lines. So, right, first of all, the outline, the first box of this is in black. So I'm going to change over to my red fine line and hope it doesn't kind of run out. Like, cross your fingers. So the second box, the inner box of this is in red. Like so. The next thing I'm going to do is the rest of this side is in red, so I am going to go over these bits. Basically just going over the lines we did. That's why we did it in pencil. It's just a hell of a lot easier. I'm going to leave that bit for a sec and do the rest of it. Yeah, that's all in red as well, isn't it? You can also take this time to kind of like neaten up any lines if you're not, you know, happy with them when you're going over them. Right, I'm just gonna, I basically clean the end of, like, clean these ends, because eventually they're the bits obviously get all the pen mark on them. So it's just a habit that I have. Obviously you don't have to, but I do kind of recommend it, because obviously when you're drawing against it with a black felt tip, a black pen and a red felt tip and then a red fine liner, obviously you're covering the end of the ruler and then it can transfer off onto your page. And I know you can see the pen under it now, but really genuinely do, you know, wait, because otherwise you'll smudge it and you'll so regret it. Especially if you've managed to do like the whole page. Because obviously I said it does, you know, it takes a long time to do these pages. So yeah, I wouldn't want you guys to smudge it. Right. The zeros and the ones at the bottom are in black fine line, so I'm just using my normal pen that I use for writing. Right. Trying to make sure you can see what I'm doing. Right, so the next bit we have to do is in here, I'm going to draw some more lines. So that counts as one line. I know it sounds silly. Right, that's my clock again. Shows that this video has genuinely been basically about an hour. As I said, a new page would take a long time. Right, so what I am doing, I'm going to use my red fine line, and there's like kind of like almost like more kind of this kind of stuff, but there. So I'm going to move it there. Again, these are more squiggly, to be quite honest. Right, so that's that bit done. Oh gosh. So the next thing I'm going to do is go over this in red. Pretty much, let me just check. I think all of it's red. Yes, apart from the bubbles at the top. It is definitely easier when you've already got the lines there, and then you're obviously just going over them. And I said it will look a bit funky first of all, just because of the lines underneath. But yeah, don't worry about them. Yes. So I think the page is coming on quite nicely. This is definitely going to be a pain in the butt bit, but we'll get through it together, won't we? Right. Turn the page around. My hand aches so much. Right, so the last little bit, I'm just going to do this, that we need to do. I need to go over these boxes here. I'm doing this so I don't lean on the page, because I keep leaning on that page. And then the X needs to be red, I believe. Yes. I've kind of just done it, thickened the X as well. So there is that with the X. This bit here needs to be red. So the whole thing, yes, the whole thing. Like so, and then I'm going to quickly change to my black fine liner to go over the circles and this little bit of kind of text that we did. So wow. I feel like we're getting there. Oh gosh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish, and basically I'm thinking of basically finishing this video here. I'm going to continue this the rest of it tonight. Obviously film it and put it up for you. But I feel like otherwise it's going to be such a long video. But I'm not sure. I know I've nearly finished it anyway. Right, so what I'm going to do first of all, use my black fine liner, and we're going to write some text here. I'll write it like I normally do, and then I'll tell you what it says. So this bit of text here reads, "It took me exactly 6 years, 1 month and 8 days to complete this, comma, you heard me, 6-1 and 8 exclamation mark." So then there's this bit here. So this bit here reads, "This is my ordinary blueprint. It's nothing special." So that's that bit of paperwork done with. So then up here, we need to do so up here you've got written vending machine number 3759. So to be me, that would mean it would be the number, obviously he puts in the vending machine, but it's just a guess. So up there you've got written the maze page. There is a couple of things written here, but you actually really can't read what they say, so all I've done in both books is literally that, so it's just like a little kind of scribble along there. I've done that. Right, there's some writing here now. So this bit of text here reads, these are the symbols to open the gate, but you need to complete the pages to be able to open it. Right, so just having a quick skim. Right, so the next thing I am going to do is get my red thick pen. And I think they're literally just red, aren't they? Yeah, I've got no outline. So, starting from this page, going along, I'm so glad I didn't just, yeah. I'm just going to colour these in. And obviously this is like a thicker pen. So obviously I am trying to be careful. So that is those bits done. So it's pretty much, we're getting there. The last bit we have to do is inside this. So yes, I'm going to do a pencil again. Because if I ruin it at this point, I would definitely cry. So, it's in line. This bit is like, I remember this being one of the worst bits, because yeah, it's just so, like I said, like, you make a mistake and it's literally like, oh my god, kind of thing. As I said, this page is so easy to make a mistake on. So definitely like take your time with everything. If you need to take your time, like you need to go back over it a couple of times, like just to make sure you feel like comfortable with it, then definitely do it. So I need to do into another bit. See, we're getting there. We're doing it. Get it. I'm not gonna lie though, I am gonna be so happy when I know like can like next week go back and do like one of like the pages that I really enjoy compared to this page. As I said, I do admit I was like dreading this page, especially as I know like however long the videos take me normally. Yeah, that's right. I knew this one was going to be frustratingly a lot longer, like I knew that. Oh, sorry about that. Sneezes. Oh, so this bit is pretty much done. It's just this little bit here. I'm gonna do it. Oh, I swear to God, like I'm almost like a little dancing, like that I've nearly done. Right, so there is. Sorry, I know my hand's in the way. I'm trying to make sure I get a straight line. I apologise that I'm not talking a lot in this bit. It's just literally where I am concentrating so much on getting this right. I'm like staring at a page then going, that makes no sense. And then I realise I'm looking at the wrong blooming page. That'll be why. Oh, right, okay. That's why I'm getting confused. I'm like, why am I getting so confused? Right, so, oh people, it is literally done. So, I need to just double check something. Yes, it's in black. I thought it was in black pen. So I'm going to use my black fine liner. Dear God, I swear this video has taken like so long. So I'm just going to shove a few of my bits away. So, I'm just going to literally go over these lines that I've literally just done in black fine liner. I'm going to have to do it bit by bit again, aren't I? So I make sure I get it correct. For some reason that line hasn't come out properly. There we go, it's better. Clean that. So we've got the last bit to do now, which is this bit. I'm going to just do this quickly. I'm not going to manage to get the ruler into those bits. Nearly forgot. Right, so obviously this is our finished machine mechanism page. Basically, as I said, the page that you stick, grunkle stand sticks the books in front of all together to open the portal. So this is the finished page and the finished product. It has taken probably about an hour and a half to nearly 2 hours to draw this full page. As I said, I told you this page was going to be a hell of a lot of work. It is a lot of work to do, especially with all the coding here and all these line specific drawings. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Obviously, we're going to carry on with the rest of the pages after these ones that we've done here. So if you also want to see any of these other pages that we've done, so like the gnome page, the truth-telling teeth, Bill Cipher page, stuff like that, then obviously go back and check my other tutorials. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. It really does help so much. And don't forget, if you're new to this channel as well and you want to see more Gravity Falls Book 3, then don't forget to subscribe as well as hit that bell button so you get notified every time one of my videos comes up. Thanks very much for watching and being patient for like that long period of time to see this whole page being done. But it's done and I'm really happy with the outcome, I have to admit. I think it does look really good. But thanks very much guys, and I'll see you guys later. So bye.